After watching the previous two Sleepaway Camp movies, I didn't think there would be a sequel as bad ever again in the series. I stand corrected. Return to Sleepaway Camp is the worst in the series and one of the worst horror sequels I've ever seen. Everything about this film is terrible. The acting, the characters, the writing, the death scenes, the CGI, the really unsurprising plot twist. This film just has nothing really going for itself. The plot is simple and very similar to the original. A kid called Alan is bullied. Some of the bullies start to be killed. The killer is Angela. Big fucking whoop. Alan, our main character, is the most unlikable characters I've probably ever seen in any movie ever. The film starts off with him threatening younger kids and trying to burn them alive. He's a bully. He's a dick. He's the most annoying character in any horror movie and I absolutely despise him. You know a film is doing something wrong when someone like me, who was bullied as a kid, feels happy when this kid's being bullied. In fact, it's the only scenes that I kind of enjoyed. I wanted to hurt this kid. He's just horrible to look at. He's a horrible person who complains about being bullied when he himself is a fucking bully to anyone that's younger than him. And he has a catchphrase which is awful. It stinks. Your ass stinks. Jesus, I don't think anyone above 5 would use this insult. Why would anyone care if their ass stinks? Of course it stinks. That's where shit comes from. It's basically saying your penis smells of piss. Of course, you dumbass. The other characters aren't really likeable either. Probably because no one apart from Alan gets more than 5 minutes of screen time all throughout the movie. The acting is atrocious. I mean, the acting may actually be worse than in the original film. 3 characters from the original film return with their original actors reprising the roles. They include Ronnie, Ricky, and of course, Angela. Ricky is probably the only actor that gives a performance that isn't laughably over the top. Okay, maybe apart from the way he screams Angela at the end. Angela! Ronnie is really bad. I mean, look at how over the top he goes in this scene where he's meant to be angry.
Every time Alan gets in any trouble, you're always there.
What's that supposed to mean?
Who are you?
Ronnie.
Who are you really? Where do you come from, huh?
Ronnie, you're scaring me.
Every single time Alan gets in trouble, there you are, Johnny on the spot. Why is that, Petey? Huh? Why?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Peter? No, wait. It's not Peter, is it? No. It's Angela!
There's a plot twist in the movie where a sheriff who speaks with one of those weird voice box things is actually Angela. Pretty much everyone I know worked this out as soon as you see her. Why? Well, because look at him, he's so obviously a girl. She has fake prosthetics on her face, an obviously fake beard, and is hiding her voice with that voice box. Isaac Hayes has a role in this film, playing a character known as the Chef. Chef is the character that he played on South Park. I don't know whether this is really lazy screenwriting or a little gag for South Park fans. I'm gonna go with lazy screenwriting. He's in the first 20 minutes and then just randomly disappears, never to be seen again. Another obvious use of lazy screenwriting is a pothead character who's called Weed. Ha. The CGI effects in this film are awful. They truly are. Weirdly enough, one of the main reasons this film got postponed from a 2004 release to a 2008 release was because the CGI wasn't good enough. They had to wait 4 years, and apparently during those 4 years they went through to polish everything off. They spent 4 years working on the CGI in this film and it still looks awful. The film came out a year before Avatar did. You'd think the CGI would be somewhat decent. Hell, it came out the same year Cloverfield did, and that had much better CGI. Sure, that had a higher budget, but still, this film cost $4 million to make. I think they just blew all that money away just to get Isaac Hayes in this movie. Pretty much everyone hates this film, and it's not surprising. It had so much potential with the original writer/director returning, and 3 of the original cast members returning as well. I think with a couple more rewrites, different CGI effects, and an entirely different main character, this could have actually been the best sequel in the series. Instead, it's the worst. Return to Sleepaway is an absolutely intolerable movie. That's why I give it the lowest rating I can give, a G-.